All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? We're back January 25th, Thursday, NHL breakdown for this 9-game slate on DraftKings and FanDuel. If you guys are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, helps us out a ton. Without further ado, I'm going to jump right in and talk to you my favorite stacks, a couple value plays at each position, favorite goalies as always. My final content, slate plan, core plays will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. Let's jump right in talking first favorite stack of the evening here. It's going to be one of the heaviest favorites on the slate. It's going to be Dallas at home here against the Anaheim Ducks. I do like Dallas quite a bit here. Ducks on the road, very leaky overall. Dallas playing pretty good hockey, coming off a nice 5-4 win against Detroit. And I like going right back to the well here. Rupe Hintz, Jason Robertson, Wyatt Johnston is my favorite. That top line, really like that. Wyatt Johnston at 4.5K. He's been playing out of his mind. One of my favorite value plays on this entire slate in that mid-tier there. Jason Robertson, Rupe Hintz, 6.4K, way too cheap. He's been playing out of his mind. That's a great price point there. You're going to add in a guy like Joe Pavelski here on that top power play as well, or a guy like Thomas Harley here at 4.8K is a D-man at getting 22 to 24 minutes here. 4.8K on that top power play. He's been playing good, averaging over 10 DraftKings points per game over the last 5. Dallas, great plays here tonight. Let's jump to the other chalk of the slate. Minus 600 favorite here at home. Implied to score over 7 goals in this one. It's Edmonton here. Everyone's firmly in play for Edmonton. Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, McDavid, that top line, very, very in play here. The second line, especially Evander Kane's been playing great right now. He's 5.7K. He's very cheap. Compare him with Fogo. Pair him with Draisaitl. And then you can even look at this third line here tonight in this spot. Due to the matchup here, Chicago should get absolutely destroyed here at home. Edmonton, hottest team in the league. And everyone's firmly in play for me. So like these guys, definitely prefer the second line, I think, a little bit to that top line just due to ownership and the price points. Really, really like Evander Kane here at 5.7K overall. Another team I'm looking at here, it's going to be Tampa at home against Arizona. Another good spot for the Lightning here. Minus 220 favorite. 6.5 is the total. Arizona's pretty leaky on the road. Nikita Kucherov as a contrarian spend up off of the McDavids, off the Draisaitl's, off some of those other high-priced guys. 9.9K, he's expensive, but he's playing 22 to 24 minutes. He's averaging over 23 fantasy points per game over the last 5. He's good play. You can pair him with Stamkos and Braden Point here. Stamkos at 7.3K. A little bit cheaper, solid matchup overall. Braden Point, 7.2K, solid matchup overall. He's solid as well. And then the second line with Cirelli, Nicholas Paul, and Brandon Hagel. Hagel at 5K flat. It's a nice price point. He's going to play close to 20 minutes. Nicholas Paul at 3.8K is a great value play there, especially with him on that top power play. And then Anthony Cirelli as well at 4K. 2 value guys there with a guy like Brandon Hagel. The second line is very rare, very affordable for Tampa. You can pair them with an Edmonton, pair them with a Dallas, and you should make yourself a nice team there. 2 other guys I'm looking at here. One of them is going to be Montreal here. This is going to be a contrarian take. Montreal at home here. I like playing against these Islanders when they're on the road here. And I like going back to this top line here with Suzuki, Caulfield, and Josh Anderson for Montreal. Cole Caulfield at 6.5K, one of my favorite plays on this entire slate. Mike Matheson at 6.5K from a D-man has as much upside as anyone on the slate. Really like that. You get some cheap guys like Joel Armia here as well from Montreal, who's been playing good over the last 5 games. But really like this top line, Caulfield, Anderson, Suzuki. And then the second line with Armia, Slavkovsky here, and Monahan is very, very cheap. Good spot. Uraz Slavkovsky here, 3.6K. I'll talk to him once I get to the value section, but he's getting top power play work as well, playing over 18 minutes. He's a great, great value play. So I do like Montreal in this game. Think Montreal beats the Islanders here tonight. Little hot take for you. And then the last team is going to be Philly here on the road in Detroit. Like targeting Detroit here, like this Philly team. This top line with Farabee, Konechny, and Cordier here is a great play there. And then the second line with Morgan Frost and Cam Atkinson mainly, that two-man stack there, really like that two-man stack with Atkinson and Morgan Frost. Both of them are playing great. Atkinson's been playing out of his mind, averaging over 16 DraftKings points per game over the last 5, and he's a very, very fair price tag. Morgan Frost at 3.8K, very fair price tag as well. So really like that two-man Philly stack there as well. Let's jump into some value plays, starting with the center position. 2 guys on the same team here, Nicholas Paul, Anthony Cirelli, 3.8K and 4K. Tampa Bay, love them here tonight. Both these guys are in great plays, correlate together on that second line, but Nicholas Paul getting top power play time is a great play. Like both of those guys. Going back to Philly here, Morgan Frost at 3.8K, one of my favorite value centers on the entire slate. I like Philly to win the game here against Detroit. Both these teams are pretty even. I give the slight edge to Philly here, so I do like Morgan Frost. And then the last guy I'll bring up is Colton Sissons, 3.6K, gets the best matchup in the league. Minnesota ranks 31st in the league against D-men, or centers, excuse me. And 3.6K for Colton Sissons, playing close to 20 minutes, is a good play as well for Nashville. Jumping into some wings on the slate. First wing I'll bring up is a guy that's playing great hockey right now, Kyle Palmieri. On the other side of that Montreal game, I do expect we see goals on both sides there. I give the slight lean to Montreal on home ice, but Kyle Palmieri on the other side at 4K flat, getting top power play time, playing 16 to 18 minutes. He's a good value play here. Already talked about Uraz Slavkovsky here for the Montreal Canadiens at 3.6K. Second line, top power play time. Really like him at 3.6K. Right wing there for Montreal. Another guy you can look at is Jonathan Huberdeau here at 3.7K. 18 to 20 minutes, top line, top power play against Columbus. Very, very, very good value play there, especially being at home. Columbus ranks 32nd in the league against wings. So Jonathan Huberdeau is a great, great play there. And then the last guy is going to be Joel Armia, 2.9K, $400 over minimum price in a matchup against the Islanders where I like Montreal to win the game. Skating on that second line, playing 16 to 18 minutes. Really like Armia there as well. Jump into some value wing or D-men, excuse me. First guy is Johnny Hakapana here for Dallas. 3.2K, playing over 20 minutes. He's going to block shots, will shoot the puck as well. He's averaging over 10 DraftKings points per game, and he's just $700 over minimum price. So Johnny Hakanapa here, excuse me for the mispronunciation, but for Dallas, I do like him quite a bit. Another guy, Nick Seeler here for Philly, 3.5K. Not going to play a ton of minutes. 13 to 16 minutes expected, somewhere in that range. But when he's out there, he's a huge shot blocker, averaging over 4 shot blocks per game over the last 5. So I don't hate Nick Seeler there for Philly. Probably my favorite value D-man here, especially with the matchup that he's in. Kelvin DeHaan here for Tampa Bay. I mean, 18, 12, 17, 10, and 12. He's going to play 18 to 20 minutes here, and he's 2.9K. So Kelvin DeHaan here for Tampa Bay, my favorite. And then the last guy I'll bring up, heaviest favorite on the slate. Heaviest favorite all season, or one of the heaviest favorites we've seen all season here. Edmonton's absolutely on a tear right now. Hottest team in the NHL. Cody Ceci, 3.2K. Still get a nice value play on him. He's averaging 11 DraftKings points per game over the last few here as well. Jumping into the goalie position here, a couple goalies that you can look at. Stuart Skinner, just been very consistent. He lacks ceiling. His price is up to 8.5, but I still think he's a solid floor goalie, going to be pretty highly owned on the slate. And at 8.5K, I think he is a good goalie to go to here. Another heavy favorite, Andrei Vasilevsky here, 8.2K. I think he has a little bit more upside than Stuart Skinner does as well, just because I think Arizona fires the puck a little bit more than Chicago's going to with the injuries Chicago's facing. So I do like Andrei Vasilevsky here at home as the pivot off of Stuart Skinner at a little bit lower ownership at the top end. And then 2 cheaper goalies that I do like here, both going to be underdogs. Samuel Ersson here for Philly. Again, I like Philly to win this game against Detroit. And then the last guy at 7.6. Both these guys are 7.6. Samuel Ersson and then Sam Montembeault here for Montreal, 7.6K. Last game against the Islanders, he did play very well. Had a 30-save win. I like something in that realm again. And at 7.6K, allows you to spend up for those big dogs like the Edmontons on the slate. That's going to do it for this edition of the NHL Quick Hit. Again, all my final content, slate plan, core plays will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. If you're not a member yet, head over to SHIPITNation.com. Join now and get in the best community in the industry. But for myself, Nadesify, good luck tonight. Hope to see those Ship It Nation logos at the top. Let's ship it.